The dawn of King Charles III's reign in September 2022 marked the end of an era for the British monarchy. For over 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II was the face of stability, resilience, and grace, guiding the monarchy through tumultuous political landscapes and profound societal changes. With her passing, the weight of tradition and expectation shifted to her eldest son, Charles, who ascended to the throne after a lifetime spent preparing for this moment. However, the monarchy that Charles inherited was far from the institution his mother had carefully nurtured over decades. As he took on the mantle of king, he was not only stepping into the role of sovereign, but was also inheriting the challenges of modernity, political scrutiny, and a divided public. At 76, King Charles III has not had the luxury of easing into his position. Unlike his mother, who became queen at the tender age of 25, Charles has entered the throne at a time when the monarchy is facing unprecedented levels of criticism and calls for reform. Despite this, Charles's leadership has been defined by a delicate balance of tradition and reform, modernity and royal duty. His reign, though still in its early stages, is shaping up to be one of profound transformation, one that aims to preserve the monarchy's legacy while adapting to the demands of the 21st century. King Charles's journey to the throne was long and filled with both public scrutiny and personal challenges. For much of his life, he lived in the shadow of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who was beloved by the British people and respected globally. As the longest-reigning monarch in British history, Queen Elizabeth II's legacy was marked by a devotion to duty, neutrality, and an unwavering sense of service. Charles, however, has always been a more outspoken, and at times, controversial figure. His advocacy for environmental issues, sustainable farming practices, and architectural reform has often put him at odds with traditional royal expectations. But this very divergence from the royal mold has also allowed Charles to forge a vision for the monarchy that is uniquely his own. For decades, the question on the minds of the British public and royal commentators was whether Charles would ever be able to transcend his identity as the Prince of Wales and step into the role of king with the same reverence and respect that his mother commanded. While his time as Prince of Wales was marked by his advocacy for the environment and his various philanthropic efforts, it was also characterized by scandal and personal turmoil. His divorce from Princess Diana in 1996, followed by her tragic death in 1997, was one of the most publicized royal scandals in modern history. Charles's relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, which had been the subject of widespread public disdain, gradually evolved from a scandalous affair into a more accepted marriage, symbolizing his personal resilience. When Queen Elizabeth passed away, the transition was not only emotional for the nation, but also deeply personal for Charles. The grief of losing his mother, coupled with the responsibility of taking on the role of king, has been an overwhelming adjustment for the new monarch. Yet, in the wake of this profound loss, Charles has managed to maintain a level of composure that has surprised even his most ardent critics. His leadership, although still developing, has shown a commitment to upholding the monarchy's traditions while navigating the turbulent waters of a changing world. One of King Charles III's most significant challenges is modernizing the monarchy without losing the very traditions that have defined it for centuries. The British monarchy has long been criticized for being out of touch with modern society, an institution that, for many, represents an outdated and unnecessary relic of the past. Charles's efforts to address these concerns have been deliberate and multifaceted. Central to his vision for the monarchy's future is the idea of transparency. Under Queen Elizabeth, the royal family operated largely behind closed doors, with the public rarely getting a glimpse into their personal lives or finances. However, in the age of social media and 24/7 news cycles, the monarchy is under increasing pressure to open up. King Charles has responded to this by calling for a more accessible and relatable royal family, one that is not only engaged in public life, but also transparent in its dealings with the public. A key area of focus for Charles has been the financial aspect of the monarchy. The public has long been critical of the costs associated with maintaining the royal estates, the royal household, and the lavish lifestyle of the family. Charles, who has long been an advocate for sustainability, has pushed for a more cost-effective approach to royal duties. The royal estates, such as Buckingham Palace, Sandringham, and Balmoral, have historically been symbols of the monarchy's grandeur and tradition. Yet, under Charles's leadership, these properties are being reimagined as cultural and historical hubs that can be opened to the public to generate revenue. This, he hopes, will not only ease the financial burden on taxpayers, but also make the monarchy more relevant and connected to the people it serves. In addition to his efforts to modernize the monarchy's finances, Charles has also championed environmental causes throughout his life. His commitment to sustainable living is evident in the changes he has implemented at Balmoral, which is now a model for eco-friendly practices. Charles has been vocal about the importance of tackling climate change, and has used his position as king to advocate for policies that address this global crisis. By turning royal estates into models of sustainability, Charles hopes to set an example for both the public and future generations of royals. While King Charles's reign has been marked by efforts to modernize the monarchy, it has also been deeply affected by ongoing familial tensions. The royal family has always been a source of public fascination, but in recent years, the internal dynamics have become more complicated and fraught with controversy. The most notable example of these tensions is the rift between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and the rest of the royal family. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from their royal duties in 2020 shocked the public and the royal family alike. Their move to the United States, combined with their explosive interviews and Meghan's candid revelations about life within the royal family, created a rift that remains difficult to repair. In particular, the couple's decision to publicly criticize the monarchy has raised questions about the future of the royal family's public image. The impact of their departure has been felt throughout the monarchy, with many wondering how Charles will handle the ongoing discord between Harry, Meghan, and the rest of the family. Adding to the internal strife is the ongoing scandal surrounding Prince Andrew. Although he has been stripped of his royal duties due to his association with the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, Andrew continues to be a presence at family events, drawing negative attention to the royal family. His involvement in public matters has become a point of contention, with many questioning whether Charles will take more drastic measures to distance the monarchy from Andrew's tarnished reputation. These personal and public struggles have made it clear that Charles's reign will be shaped not only by his leadership, but also by the delicate balancing act of maintaining unity within the royal family. The ongoing drama and public scrutiny have added a layer of complexity to an already challenging reign, forcing Charles to make difficult decisions that will impact the future of the monarchy. Amid the challenges facing King Charles, one bright spot for the monarchy is Prince William, the Prince of Wales. As the eldest son of Charles and the heir apparent, William represents the future of the monarchy. His role has become increasingly important as Charles's health issues and the royal family's ongoing turmoil have put greater pressure on the next generation of royals. Prince William has been an essential figure in the royal family's public life, particularly in the areas of mental health and environmental sustainability. William and his wife, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, have focused much of their public work on issues that resonate with younger generations, including mental health advocacy, climate change, and social justice. Their efforts have helped to modernize the royal family's image and appeal to a more diverse and progressive public. William's popularity has only grown in recent years, particularly among younger people who see him as more relatable and approachable than his father. His focus on mental health has helped bring attention to the importance of emotional well-being, and his public support for charitable causes has endeared him to many. As Charles's reign continues, it is likely that William will play an even larger role in the monarchy's future, serving as a bridge between the past and the future of the royal family. Another challenge for King Charles's reign is the continued presence of Meghan Markle in the public eye. After a period of relative quiet following their departure from royal duties, Meghan has returned to the spotlight with a new level of media engagement. Through social media and her work with charitable organizations, Meghan has maintained her influence and, at times, stirred controversy. Her candid comments about her experiences with the royal family and her continued advocacy for social causes have positioned her as a polarizing figure. For some, Meghan represents a modern, progressive voice that challenges the outdated structures of the monarchy. For others, she remains a divisive figure whose actions have strained the royal family's unity. The way in which King Charles addresses this ongoing dilemma will have significant implications for the monarchy's future. Will he take a more hands-off approach, allowing Meghan to forge her own path, or will he seek to reassert control over her role within the family? Beyond the borders of the United Kingdom, King Charles faces a different set of challenges. The Commonwealth, a diverse group of 54 nations that includes former British colonies, has been a cornerstone of the monarchy's global influence. However, in recent years, there has been a rise in Republican sentiment within several Commonwealth countries, including Australia, Canada, and some Caribbean nations. These movements threaten the monarchy's relevance in the modern world, as many of these nations no longer see the British monarch as a symbol of unity. King Charles has been vocal about his commitment to the Commonwealth and has made efforts to foster stronger relationships with its member nations. His approach has been diplomatic, emphasizing the shared history and values of the Commonwealth, while also acknowledging the need for change. In a rapidly changing world, the future of the monarchy's role within the Commonwealth remains uncertain, but Charles's leadership will likely play a pivotal role in shaping its future. As King Charles III's reign continues to unfold, it is clear that his leadership will be defined by both the opportunities and challenges he faces. From modernizing the monarchy to navigating familial tensions and global expectations, Charles has set a course for a monarchy that is both traditional and forward-thinking. His legacy will be shaped by his ability to adapt to the demands of the 21st century while preserving the core values of the British monarchy. The future of the monarchy, as Charles well knows, is not guaranteed. Yet, with his steady leadership and commitment to reform, he has positioned the monarchy for a future that balances the weight of tradition with the needs of a modern world. Whether through his environmental advocacy, his diplomatic efforts, or his personal resilience, King Charles III is laying the foundation for a monarchy that will endure long after his reign.